work session for January 20th, 2021. Please, if you're joining us on the computer, mute yourself until it's your time to present your items. We will start with the Crawford County Regional Airport Authority.
So I can take this one. This is actually just for information only. When we did the three appointments recently, we did them for a 2-year term, but actually the Airport Authority had requested appropriately a 4-year term. So this is just a correcting item to let everyone know that the 3 people appointed for the Regional Airport Authority were for 4-year terms running through December 31st of 2024.
Thank you, Commissioner. Conservation District.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Tracy Crawford here on behalf of the Ag Land Preservation Program, and I would like to request your approval and signature for our certification of county funds form. It's in the amount of $5,000. This is a form we have to fill out and submit to the Bureau every January, and it has remained at $5,000 since the beginning of the program, and this is a budgeted item.
Okay.
And the second item, we're also then requesting payment on that $5,000 for the certification, as well as the payment of the $4,500 for administration of the program. That is also a budgeted item.
Okay. Any questions, Chris?
Nope.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tracy.
All right, thank you.
Assessment Office.
Good morning, Commissioners. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Morning,
Joe.
Joe.
You're loud and clear, Joe.
Very good. I have 2 items that I'd like to present on behalf of assessment this morning. The first one being the ratification of invoice IN 00588 from Vision Government Solutions in the amount of $9,650 for the annual CAMA maintenance agreement effective from January 1st to December 31st of this year. And this was in the 2021 budget approved by the Commissioners.
Okay, thank you.
And then the other aspect is also an item that was in the budget, and this is pursuant to new employee Casey Dixon taking the Certified Pennsylvania Evaluator courses. There are courses available this spring. We just found out at the end of last week that can be attended virtually here in the county, which would save the county the lodging and meal fees for a month in Harrisburg.
The meeting has been locked. The meeting has been unlocked.
Can you folks still hear me?
Yep, you're good.
Yep.
Okay, we had a little blip in the system. So the amount would be for the classes $2,300, and for the textbook that goes along with the use pack class, $150, for a total of $2,450. The registration is limited to the first 15, which is why I wanted to jump on the bus as early as I could here.
Okay.
Joe, are those the same classes that Tyler took, I think, toward the end of last year?
Absolutely, and those were offered virtually too for the first time.
Yep.
And again, that saved us about $2,000 last year in lodging and food, and we'll do the same with Casey this year. So, and it also was obviously a better experience for
Right.
For them too.
Do you need this ratified so that you can get the registration sent in, or can it wait a week?
I sure would like to get it in right now to basically get the jump on the rest of the counties.
Okay, Joe, we're okay with that.
Yep.
Okay, thank you so much. Then we will proceed, and I appreciate the time this morning.
Thank you,
Okay.
Joe.
Yep.
Juvenile probation.
Hi, good morning, Commissioners.
Morning,
Good
Holly.
morning, Holly.
I am looking to seek the approval to purchase 3 bulletproof vests, level 2 concealable armor. Each of those vests would be for 3 more officers to outfit them. The cost for each vest is $572.11 for a total of $1,716.33, and there would be half of that would be paid through the federal funds of the Bulletproof Vest program.
Okay, any
And
questions?
this is a budgeted item as well.
Okay, thank you, Holly.
Thank you.
Domestic relations. Anyone from domestic relations on? Crawford County Sheriff.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Dave.
I'm requesting the approval for the payment of the 2021 dues for the Sheriff's Association. It totals $700. That would be the annual county assessment, $625, and then $25 each for the sheriff, chief deputy, and solicitor. This should be a budgeted item. I think it might have been budgeted $25 less than it was supposed to. I don't know if that was my oversight or
Okay.
what, but
You do a bake sale or what? Just kidding.
All right, thank you,
That's
Dave.
fine.
thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
District Attorney?
Hi, this is Francis Schultz. Can you hear
Morning,
me okay?
Francis.
Yeah, you're good, Francis, go ahead.
Excellent, thank you. I'm requesting approval for the payment of the 2021 dues and assessments to the PDAA. That's the Pennsylvania District Attorneys Association, the amount of $4,275.67.
Okay.
That is a budgeted item.
Okay,
And I'm also requesting ratification for the 2021 maintenance fee contract for our prosecutor management database and maintenance, in the amount of $6,196. That's a budgeted item also.
okay, thank you,
Okay.
Francis.
Thanks, Francis.
Thank you very much.
Pathonetary?
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning,
Good
Emmy.
morning.
I'm requesting approval of a contract for the Prothonotary Solicitor Attorney Joseph J. Ferguson for the amount of $5,000 annually commencing January 1st, 2021 and ending on December 31st, 2024. The contract was reviewed and approved by County Solicitor Keith Biden.
Okay, thank you.
My second request is the approval of the Prothonotary Pennsylvania State Association dues in the amount of $625.
Okay, any questions for Emmy? Thank you, Emmy.
Thank you.
Adult probation?
Good morning, Commissioners. This is Trevor.
Good morning, Trevor.
I'm here today requesting approval to pay the live scan maintenance fee of $3,400. This is a budgeted line item. This is for the fingerprint machine that's housed in the Sheriff's Department for our responsibilities to fingerprint sex offenders.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
And I'm also requesting approval to pay $9,800 to the AP Case Management for the Adult Probation Office's 2021 maintenance upgrades and tech support and mobile licenses. This is also a budget line item.
Okay, any questions for Trevor?
Nope, no
Okay, thank
question.
you, Trevor.
Thanks, Trevor.
Thank you.
Crawford County Planning?
Good morning, Commissioners. This
Morning.
is Zach.
Morning, Zach.
Zachary.
First item this morning, we're requesting approval of a Meadville Tribune invoice that is totaling $886.50. This is for a Linesville water line project in a Steuben Township ADA publication associated with the Community Development Block Grant Program. This invoice is paid out of the CDBG funds.
Okay,
The next item is a request for ratification of an Adobe invoice totaling $599.88. This is a renewal of one of the planning office's Creative Cloud licenses that allows us to do our work, and it is a budgeted item under 2021.
all right, any question for Zach?
No question.
Thank you, Zach.
Thanks,
Thank
Zach.
you.
Public Safety?
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning,
Morning,
Greg.
Greg.
Three things on the agenda today. We request approval to purchase 6 Dell monitors to add to our 911 consoles at a cost of $1,206.86. Our wireless funds will be used at no additional cost to the county.
Okay,
And second, I request approval for the Emergency Management Agency's air trailer for air quality maintenance agreement for 2021 with the Breathing Air Systems Company at a total cost of $1,557.28. Hazmat funds will be used at no additional cost.
okay,
And lastly, looking for approval for the 2021 Hazardous Materials Response Fund, the HMRF application prepared by EMA. Just needs signatures by yourselves and a few other people.
okay,
You
thank,
should have that budget book.
just a few comments. Thank you for those guys taking the time to do that in your office, and also to the planning office for helping you that. That's saved the county a considerable amount of money when it came to getting that plan done, so we do appreciate that.
Thank you.
Maintenance Department?
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Mark.
Morning.
I'm asking approval to pay an invoice to the Eads Group for the Federal Bridge Inspection Program number 20, estimate number 9 for $6,645.15 to be paid for with liquid fuels money.
Okay,
I'm asking approval to pay another invoice to the Eads Group for Federal Bridge Inspection round 20, estimate number 10 for $38,434.08. This will also be paid for with liquid fuels money.
okay,
Asking approval to pay an invoice for the courthouse remodeling project. This is going to be for the new finance office. This is in the amount of $11.68 from Ace Contractor.
okay. Any questions for Mark? The finance director hopefully appreciates that $11 for her office change. Thank you, Mark.
Yep, thank you.
Register and recorder?
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Beth.
First item is request for approval for payment of the Register of Wills and Clerk of Orphans Court Association annual membership fee in the amount of $625. This is a budgeted item. Second item, request for approval for payment of the Pennsylvania Recorder Deeds Association annual membership fee in the amount of $625. This is also a budgeted item. And thirdly, request for approval for payment of the Crawford County Historical Society record storage for the fourth quarter of 2020 in the amount of $795. This is a budgeted item.
Thank you, Beth. Any questions for Beth?
No.
Okay, thank you, Beth.
Thanks, Beth.
Thank you.
IT?
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Tim.
IT is requesting approval for the purchase of the annual Adobe Creative Cloud from Adobe for $599.88.
Okay,
We're also requesting approval for the purchase of the storage area network hardware support from Park Place for $3,083.55.
okay,
And finally, requesting approval for additional licenses and hardware for 3 of our VMware host servers so that we can update our VMware environment. And that's from Candoris for $1,481.19.
okay. Any
And
questions?
this third item, I would like to see if we can purchase it before the
Okay, they can ratify it?
full session, yes.
And what was that amount again?
$1,481.19, and all of these 3 items are in the budget.
Okay. Tim, on the Adobe Creative Cloud, that's different than the license for planning, correct? This is for your office.
This is for our
Okay,
office.
good enough.
It's what Sam uses to manage the website
Okay.
and help with elections and things like that.
Okay, thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
Crawford County Care Center.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Good
Tanya.
morning.
Request to ratify the purchase of COVID supply gloves from Medline in the amount of $1,037.52 to be paid with COVID funds.
Okay,
Request to approve the purchase of COVID supplies gloves from the Shamrock Company in the amount of $1,670 to be paid with COVID funds.
okay,
And request to approve the PACA and county agreement for the county nursing facility assessment to care payment contract for the enrollment period January 1 through June 30 of 2021.
okay. Any questions for Tanya? Thank you,
No, I
Tanya.
think so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Human Services?
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Gail.
I have 6 items this morning. The first is a contract with the Banco International for the CAPS version 16 upgrades. These upgrades have been agreed upon by all 56 CAPS counties using this software. The total cost of the project is $500,000 and each county is allocated proportionally based on the number of users. The cost to Crawford County is $3,336.57. Second item is Hagen Business Machines of Meadville for a copier maintenance and supply agreement for an older printer that we have that was purchased and before the agreement with Hagen. And Mark Peaster said as long as the copier is working that we should continue with the contract. And the cost to the county is 0.0045 cents per page. And this agreement would run from 12/8 of 20 to 12/7 of 2021. The third item is a 2021 contract with Sprout Center for Emotional Growth and Development. We had previously presented this contract for last fiscal year for us, which would have ended June 30th. The state has allowed us to roll the funds over to this year, and we're looking to hold the training on March 22nd and 23rd, hopefully in person at New Beginnings Church, but if not, then we will do it virtually. And there's no cost to the county, all paid with a grant fund from the state.
Okay.
Next item is a 2021 Systems of Care contract with Stanley Morosky. This contract is for consulting work for SOC grant development. We're working with Venango and Mercer County to submit a grant for Systems of Care, and it would be a 4-year grant, and this is for his assistance in helping us get the grant approved. And the total cost is maximum of $7,500, all paid with Systems of Care funds. Next is a 2021 CYS JPO contract amendment with Cornell Abraxas Group. And this amendment is adding a program to the JPO contract. And it is for detention secured, that is for both boys and girls ages 10 to 18, that prepares the youth to either enter a long-term facility or to return back into the community. Cost to the county is $153.80 per day. And the last item is a 2021 professional contract amendment with Crawford County Consumer Satisfaction Team. They provide independent monitoring for quality assessments for us with our intellectual disability population. And the state is adding $1,400 to the contract for $50 pre-survey work that they may do.
Okay, any questions for Gail?
No.
Thank you, Gail.
Thanks, Gail.
Thank you.
Human Resources.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Brittany.
I'm requesting ratification of the agreement between Crawford County and PSSU Local 668 SEIU Court Appointed for the period of January 1st, 2019 through December 31st, 2022.
Okay.
The next one is requesting ratification of the Memorandum of Understanding between Crawford County and PSSU Local 668 SEIU First Level Supervisors Residual Professional Unit for the period of January 1st, 2019 through December 31st, 2022. The next one is requesting ratification of the 2020 PCOMP Safety Improvement Grant application in the amount of $30,000, and we were approved for this grant and have already received the money. And the last one is requesting approval of the 2021 SHRP membership dues at the cost of $835, and this is a budgeted item.
Any questions for Brittany?
Nope.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Finance.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Stephanie.
I have invoices for approval totaling $153,540.16. The first is to the City of Meadville. It's for the 2021 live scan and CPIN maintenance fee. Invoice number is 3019. The amount is for $4,000, and it comes out of the Boards and Commissions maintenance agreements. The second is for Bollinger Technical Services Incorporated. It's the 2021 Lectriever Maintenance Agreement, $6,527.74. That will be coming out of the Register and Recorder, Clerk of Courts, Treasurer, and Planning. The third is for the Crawford County Hazmat. It's the transfer of the Hazmat Interceptor to the Sheriff's Department. The amount is for $25,000 and is paid by the Sheriff's Department. The third is CCAP. It's the 2021 dues. Invoice number INV 048723 in the amount of $14,990, and that comes from the Boards and Commissions Association dues. The next is HSBG. It's the 2020 match for quarter 4. The amount is $17,760.42, and it comes from MHID. Then we have Community Health Services. It's their December 2020 MATP trip reimbursement, invoice number 147, in the amount of $45,262, paid from the Human Services Block Grant. And finally, we have the Meadville Area Airport Authority, their 2021 budget allocation in the amount of $40,000, and that is paid from Public Works contributions. For ratification, I have one invoice totaling $3,832. It is to Mobilecom. It is for a thermal screening system. invoice number 55463, and that will be paid out of buildings and grounds.
Any questions for Stephanie? Just two comments I'd like to make is one, the thermal scanner, we added additional one so we could use the other thermal scanner in the Judicial Center for jurors and people to enter through other entrances. And the $25,000, the act transfer is a vehicle that the sheriff was able to use rather than us buying a new vehicle. We just transferred a vehicle from Department of Public Safety over to the Sheriff's Department. I think that's good that we did that rather than having to buy a new one. Thank you, Stephanie, for that. Let's check and see if anybody from Domestic Relations is here.
Commissioners, this is Court Administrator Heidi Scheiderle. Can you hear me?
Yes, Heidi, go ahead.
Carla was on the phone, but somehow she's locked out and was not able to unmute herself.
That's okay.
So I will take her item.
Thank you.
Which is requesting ratification for the renewal of the reserved parking rental agreement with the City of Meadville. There's no cost to the county for this since it's paid from incentive funding. And just to note that the cost of this has remained the same for the past decade.
Okay. Have we seen that agreement, Heidi?
I believe yes.
I don't recall that we.
I will confirm that though.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Heidi.
Thanks, Heidi.
Can you hear me?
Oh, Carla, we can hear you. Go ahead. Yep.
Hey, I finally got unlocked. Yes, we just actually renewed this agreement. Well, we had to get this agreement signed about 6 months ago, just because we didn't have a signed agreement, and then they just raised it on us. So that's why I'm bringing it back to you again.
Well, I guess I'm confused if we had a signed agreement and now the cost has been increased.
Well, we had a signed, when I got audited, we did not have a signed agreement, and that is a requirement from the Bureau of Child Support Enforcement. So I had to get a signed agreement, which was the same amount since 2011. And then the city just raised it in January. So that's why I'm bringing it back again. They raised it $5.
So
But it had not been raised since 2011.
So I'll need to take a look at the agreement again and look at the rates before I can approve it.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioners?
First item is requesting ratification for the creation of the position titled Interim Director of Voter Services.
Okay.
The second item is an Act 14 notification from Clear Lake Lumber to renew their air quality control permit for location in Spartansburg, PA. The third item is a Chapter 102 permit from Welcome Solar 3 LLC for construction of new solar panels in West Fallowfield Township. And the last item is approval of the letter of intent for the purpose of a public safety study completed by the Department of Community and Economic Development.
Okay. Did you want to say anything about the interim position? Or?
No, I mean, other than we, obviously, Becky Little's no longer the director, and so we will be appointing an interim director just to make sure that everybody's on the same page, and we'll reevaluate the entire position as we move forward. But we currently do not have that titled position in the county, so our purpose is to create it, and it will be, while we don't know the exact length of it being an interim, that position will go away once we make a final, if you will, formal appointment of a new full-time director.
Okay, thank you. And just one comment on the public safety study. That is a study that will be funded through the Department of Community and Economic Development. It's a grant to provide a public safety study for the entire county as it pertains to fire and EMS coverage. Something that's probably long overdue, when we found some money through the planning office to help us with that for the DCD. So need more information for that. Any public comment? Commissioner comments? Commissioner Saw?
No, nothing for me. Thank you.
Nothing for me either. I guess we'll see you next week then. Thank you.